Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 6 has just received its final update being 16.50 before the release of Chapter 2 Season 7 on June 8th being update 17.00. With this update going live today, we're not only revealed to everything that's going to be in the game or in the files upcoming now until the release of this brand new season, but with all of this content being implemented, whether it is into the coding or the actual game, we have our first hints toward the theme and ultimately what's going to be involved in the next season trailers, whether it's the Battle Pass one or the extravagant cinematic that we see unfold when loading up the game for the first time, leading into a potential other event like the Zero Crisis one for starting up the season. In today's video, for that reason, we're going to be covering all that intel now, so of course do yourself the favour, stick around and watch the full thing, you won't regret it. And whilst you're sat there relaxing and grabbing your favourite snacks perhaps from the grill that Peely's got on right here, he's just duped the entire audience by pulling the red card, which means you need to subscribe. We don't make the rules, sadly. The 6-foot banana does, or the giant mutants, as we've just joined up forces with the fishy squad. A whopping 70% of all eyes on screen right now aren't subscribed, so I challenge all of you to click that big red button, turn on notifications too. After all, it only benefits you as I give 5 subscribers, 2 on the channel every day, and prove it. But before we do, make sure the next time you go over to the Fortnite item shop, if you want to support me, enter code YTFM, the shortest and easiest code to enter. As an epic partner, it greatly supports the channel, and unlike other YouTubers, if you let me know down below in the comments you're rocking the code, then I will give your comment most likely a heart, and maybe even showcase it on screen either as one of 6 that I showcase every video, or the most creative comment telling others to go use code YTFM will get featured on screen individually. But of course, if you want to be shown gifted in the next video receiving something off me, simply make sure you subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on and then comment your Epic Games ID down below. So perhaps in the next video or when Season 7 rolls around, you could be gifted not only something from the item shop, but a Season 7 Battle Pass. And with that said now, before we showcase potentially what the launch trailer for Season 7 could look like, first we need to cover all the leaks and everything, so let's dive into that right now. Okay, so before we dive into the leaks about what's upcoming in terms of the theme, even aliens coming to Fortnite, you heard that right, I'm not kidding. I just wanted to mention a free skin that I haven't talked about in a video yet, considering I haven't uploaded since Fortnite announced it, but they tweeted out, mercenary assassin and enemy to the Teen Titans at DC Comics, Deathstroke makes his way to the island. Read all about this new outfit in the Deathstroke Zero Cup where you can earn the outfit early for free. From clicking this article, obviously it tells us that this is a solo cup and will be happening May 27th in order to get the skin for free potentially, but if we don't place high enough for that, obviously, certain participants who earn a certain amount of points will get this spray dedicated to Deathstroke himself, which is kind of weird considering on this spray he doesn't have a nose but the character does. What's going on, Epic? We need answers. But as you can see in the article that I put on screen before, if you're not a fan of entering these tournaments or getting yourself mad or het up or sweating that much, you can get in from the item shop on June 1st. Okay, so diving into everything alien, I mean Season 7, but yeah, integrated or intertwining both together, Season 7 is going to be alien themed, and we know this from the update that happened today, 16.50, and first and foremost, what's most obvious in portraying this, the changes made at Sweaty Sands, being these posters of humans linking arm in arm with aliens surrounding a planet, which is scattered all over throughout various areas of the named location. And despite this being something physical in-game now that perhaps I've brought your attention to if you haven't landed at Sweaty Sands yet or watched many YouTube videos after the update happened today, 16.50 in itself, believe it or not, this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of this information regarding aliens and, well, how they'll be working in Season 7 or coming to the game or what they'll be actually doing. Like I said, most of this stuff today was brought to our attention because of the update that happened, and yeah, despite things in-game like the posters, we have a ton, and I mean even more than just the posters integrated into the files, to do with our characters and, well, playing the game as UFOs fly around the map abducting us, as this animation was added into there today, showing what can be a character being abducted by a UFO, meaning being sucked up by a UFO that's hovering around the map, or several of which we'll be able to see in the sky. How this works with the story and how the cinematic is going to portray this, as of right now we're not too sure, but the 0 point with it being contained within the spire, considering it was so destable that it bloomed in the Zero Crisis finale, who knows what sort of direction it could go now. But speaking of knowing the direction, it's kind of portrayed in what we got for free or monthly owners or subscribers of the crew pack. As you can see throughout these loading screens, it seems that we're in a different scene to our usual Battle Royale island, or somewhere we've never really seen on it before in terms of map changes. As the weeks have progressed, obviously we've seen more uncover about this strange character that apparently is going to be a skin anyways, but now the fourth and final free reward loading screen has been revealed today, and as you can see, it seems to show this character, yep, entering our primitive Battle Royale island right now with Jonesy in his primitive kind of outfit, alongside a ton of other characters that we either know of from the Battle Pass this season, the Red Knight, or even silhouettes of guys in the background that are upcoming skins, potentially, as data miners have actually said, could be Thor and Loki. Different variants of Thor, however, considering, yeah, we already have him from the Season 4 Battle Pass of Chapter 2. But yeah, you guys get the idea off this alone. There's a huge opening in the sky, and who knows what it could bring through. And speaking of bringing in UFOs, potentially from this kind of Utopia-esque theme that we got in Chapter 1 Season 9, data miners, believe it or not, have already managed to find out what these UFOs will be doing flying around the map, multiple of which will appear every game in the sky. If we get abducted by them, it's not actually a bad thing, believe it or not. We're not going to get harvested for our organs as characters, even if we're peely and don't have normal human organs and have a brain where, well, let's just say where our private areas are meant to be. We will get teleported, and not only that, get fully healed if we obviously don't have full health. In terms of where we're teleported, it could be anywhere random on the map according to data miners, and I guess we'll have to wait and see to how this fully works instead of just the animation that I showed you guys, as we're yet to see the full textures of these UFOs that will be over our island. And despite everything we've gone over so far, foreshadowing Season 7, despite just the loading screen developments of characters entering the island, the physical teasers in-game and the UFO abduction animation in the files, believe it or not, we've actually got a challenge lineup called Foreshadowing in the game's files, actually basically setting up the next season and making sense of it to all players who actually choose to go along this quest line. We're not only yet to expect a ton of new things happening with new NPCs, voice lines for these NPCs even, and even new map changes such as physical crashed aircraft that we've seen in Fortnite before. What's interesting about these new challenges, despite all of these being on screen right now, what's required to do in terms of earning XP and obviously following the quest line along, is when we get to Bunker Jonesy, as he's going to ask us to repair some telescopes, and obviously that people don't want us looking at the stars, which he's been going on about for this whole season if we get the correct dialogue selected. And upon completing one of these challenges, or the last one I believe anyways, you'll know when it happens, it will play this voice recording.
If there's one thing I've learned about this UFO stuff, it's that there are way more of us believers than you'd expect. No, it's good. I bet people really appreciate it. It makes them feel less alone. If you put out the call, I bet you'll get lots of people telling you that. Oh, right. I should have mentioned that there are lots of truckers out there, too.
Hello? Is this on? Hello?
Hey, no, don't be embarrassed. I mean, I'm really excited to find someone else who knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, of course. Why would you lie on an open radio channel to no one? Of course, maybe you're just trying to trick the good people of the airwaves into spilling their secrets, and thus exposing all the secret sightings and hidden hauntings for your own nefarious purposes. Hey, you're the evil mastermind here. You tell me.
And despite this being insanely cool, giving us an insight to, well, aliens being an upcoming theme or factor largely affecting Season 7 on the Fortnite island or being the main part of it, we have another set of dialogue from a character called Mari, who has this to say about our overall Fortnite storyline, and, well, intertwining or integrating aliens into that we already know about.
Dr. Sloan from the I.O. has this to say. Cease all communications with and discussion of alien matters immediately. Uh-oh. Sounds like someone knows something. Well, tell me who you are and what the I.O. is, and maybe we'll have a deal.
That's just a brief of it, considering it's like a minute long, but it will be on my Twitter linked in the video description down below if you also want to go and follow me over there and actually listen to the full minute-long dialogue. Supposedly these won't just be a part of challenges that we need to do or complete along a quest line, however, they could be broadcasts or recordings played throughout the island, especially out of TVs. And speaking of the TVs, it looks like data miners were able to pull an animation, or what seems to be a texture anyways, that will be on them at some point, revealing us to potentially our first Season 7 Battle Pass skin being an alien fish stick variant with an antenna coming out of its head. It kind of reminds me of one of these fish that's found very low down in the bottom of any ocean, with obviously like a light on the top of. And last but not least, with how crazy this next season seems to be, with literally multiple possibilities for our Fortnite storyline now the DC universe is integrated through the Zero Point in the Batman comic. comics, literal aliens being teased to be upcoming, which is now kind of confirmed, and with us yet to see the outcome of the Foundation actually getting out from within the Spire, or the 0 point from restabilizing it in itself. I figured I'd leave you guys today with this animation now that I want all of you to watch, considering it's insanely high quality and crazy in terms of not only what's going on, but with the crazy scale of everything happening, some of it could come true in our next season of Fortnite. Before I let that play, however, I need to give a shout out to this guy for letting me showcase the trailer today that he made, considering his work is literally on the level of Epic Games in terms of quality. He will be linked in the video description down below if you want to check out his other trailers, work, and overall amazing stuff he's posting. Don't forget to leave a like in this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on, as 70% of you, yes, still aren't subscribed. After all, this only benefits you, as it'll update you and notify you as soon as another video of mine goes live with juicy intel in. But with that said, now let's roll this trailer.
What did you do to the 0 point?